The respondents to the Regus Business Confidence Index are very confident about future prospects for their businesses because they're seeing real results now. So 50% of those who responded indicated an increase in revenues since the past survey results, and 44% of those here in the U.S. indicated an increase in revenues. All of those revenues are also flowing through to profits. So both globally and U.S., they are responding more profitably. Regus has over 800,000 customers globally, so it's important for us to understand where they are in their business cycle, what their concerns are, perhaps what their opportunities are coming up. So we commissioned the index to understand where they are in their mindset and their confidence of the business climate in the next 6 months. Even better news is the respondents to the survey, not only did they see increased revenues since the last survey results, but they also saw that flow through to profits. So while U.S., they were looking at a 44% increase in revenues, that did translate to a 37% increase in profits. So they're definitely seeing an end result there. The businesses who responded indicate that, yes, it's necessary for them to continue to spend in order to grow profits. Where they are spending are things like increasing sales and marketing costs. They're increasing product development. Where they aren't spending is where they don't see the immediate return. And things like property, commercial property, where long-term leases perhaps might stymie that recovery for them. I think businesses realized that spending on property is a long-term commitment, and certainly going through something like they've gone through in the last couple of years, they've realized that they need to stay as flexible and nimble as possible. So if they can avoid locking in any of their capital in long-term propositions, that's going to be beneficial for them. So they've learned that. Secondly, I think they've also, at the same time, tried to accommodate the individuals that are working for them. And again, this whole concept around flexibility in the workplace, environmental concerns, so that ties nicely into the fact that you don't want to roll up your capital in some long-term propositions, but you also then want to accommodate your growth in the right direction. Where we see a nice complement to what we do is we can become a partner with those companies in creating flexible solutions. So specifically, those who have mobile workforces, those who have people working from home, we can work with them so that they're not tying up commercial space. We can get them flexible so that they can work on the road, they can work in collaborative groups. That's what we do. So we're particularly interested in making sure that we're around for that recovery to help them make the right decisions in their property choices. We have the opportunity to do here is take recent lessons learned from the business community, partner with them, and create flexible alternatives. And what does flexible alternatives mean? It means perhaps not taking down traditional office space. It means allowing your clients or your employees to work virtually from home, making sure that they have the technology and the communication aspect and possibly even the social aspect of an office that they can go to. So in particular, they can drop into any of our 1,100 Regus centers worldwide. They can get a proper business support system. They can use all the equipment, the staff and the office space that they need, but they can use it when they need it. And then they can leave and it's our property, not their property, which keeps them very nimble in this environment. Companies do start revisiting their obligation to commercial real estate, traditional real estate. It is a drag on their bottom line, so they're more open and susceptible to understanding what those options are. What Regus does is we come in and partner with companies, and we create a solution that allows them to minimize their long-term obligation and increase their flexibility so that they can change their property and their way that their employees work based on the current needs of their company. The U.S. fared very well. They scored a 125 points in the latest index, and that was an all-time high for them. The U.S. fared very favorably in terms of revenue. 44% of the respondents did indicate that they had an increase in revenues, and that did flow through to 37% of them seeing an increase in profits. Regus is the leading global workspace provider. We have over 1,100 locations globally. We work with our customers to give them office space and business services however, wherever, whenever they need. So they have access to meeting rooms, offices, video conferencing, business services at their disposal when they need it.